All right, good to go gear. So we got Jacob
and Jacob
with Good to Go Gear, and we're here to talk about the Nextorch E STAR 1300. We've had this now for over a month, maybe close to 2. We've taken it on one camp out that we've gone on. He used it. I wore the purple one because he didn't want to use the purple one, understandably. Yeah. And gotta say, we like it. For camping and just kind of ADC, not ADC necessarily, but just regular use, I think it's great. As you'll see in the video, we've done a rain where we wear it out in the rain. All right, Nextorch headlamp test in the rain. We've done a water where we submerged it, and
all right, good. See you in 5 minutes.
And then we've done a drop test. Drop. There's one.
We dropped it 6 times.
6 times. We only got 3 of those on camera because the first time I didn't press record. That's on me. But it's a pretty good light. One of the things I will say I wish it had is I wish it had some kind of a lockout feature. It has a solid off. I mean, you rotate the bezel and it'll be off. But a lot of times I'll carry my headlamps in my backpack, like my everyday carry backpack. I'll loop it around itself in on the water bladder hook or the handle and keep it in there so I can look around my bag, and if I need a headlamp, I can strap it on my head real quick. That way I get hands-free for walking, whatever I need to do. And I like it. I think this would be great for that. We've used it, like I said, on that one camp out. This has the Nextorch batteries that came with it in it. After the first camp out, you'll see it has like the blue lights on the top. It went down to 3 from 4. But he used it pretty heavily. I didn't take a ton of footage there because it was like a father-son camp out for church things. There was other boys there that are not mine. But I might be able to put a clip in it. But all the boys had some flashlights and some headlamps, and this was definitely the brightest, where everybody kept calling my son over, like, hey, Jacob, come over here, let us use your headlamp, you know, while they were chopping some firewood and putting up tents. Because this thing, when he would crank the brightness up, it was bright. I mean,
even the red light.
Yeah, even the red. He kept it on the red because it was so bright. On the white, it was kind of almost blinding people. So he kept it on the red, and he just running around with red. And when they were trying to, like, they were chopping some firewood with the axes, he put it on the white light to flood it for everybody. And I mean, this thing worked great. The battery held up through the entire camp out. We've used it, like I said, around the house. Instead of using like my EDC pocket flashlight, we've tried grabbing this to just use it. Batteries are still the same batteries. And I point that out because it went down to 1 bar, but I don't know how old these batteries were. They're not Energizer batteries or some kind of just generic battery. The purple one did come with a rechargeable battery pack that we're testing in the purple. We haven't put in this one just to see what the battery consumption was. All in all, I'm impressed with it. I mean, for just a regular use kind of headlamp, having the spot, the flood, the spot flood combo, the red,
SOS.
The SOS feature. I wish the SOS could also be in a white light instead of just red, because they say red light's harder to see, but I don't know. I mean, I know it helps with your night vision. I don't know as far as distance, if you were really just set it to flash. I mean, you can maybe turn the brightness up, but I don't know. But I do kind of wish it was in a white light SOS, and I wish it had a lockout feature, but other than that, this thing's been a pretty decent headlamp.
I agree.
I'm gonna continue to let him use it because there's nobody rough run stuff than a kid, because they don't know the limitations. But yeah, we'll put in the clips of us, you know, in the rain, in the water, and then dropping it. All right, Nextorch headlamp waterproof test in the rain. This is like a light rain, I guess, medium rain. Let's go through the modes. There's red. SOS, go the other way. All right, there's one. That's spot or flood. I can't tell in the daytime. That's probably spot. And then that's bow. All right, but it's definitely, I think, rainproof. All right, let's go in the house.
All right.
All right, so after 5 minutes, it says, hold on. So the thing says it's supposed to be waterproof up to 1 meter. This is clearly not a meter, but it's what we have where we can show it. So it's still on, still working. You could just grab the straps on.
I know.
All right, wait. Now point it towards the camera, not at the camera, towards it. All right, now turn the, see I have all the settings for it. All right, so that's spot flood.
Off.
Go to red, do SOS. Now do the brightness, make the brightness Put it on one and then adjust the brightness, see if everything still works.
And then we have.
It's brighter.
It's flashing. It's not going any brighter.
Dim. And do the other one. Like twist the bezel, go to like spot. Don't point it at the camera. They just need to see it. All right, so there's bright. So everything still works. So after 5 minutes in a dog water bowl, it still works. Drop test. It says it's rated for a 1 meter drop. So truthfully, this is gonna be our 4th time doing this, because we didn't press record the first time. So we dropped it 3 times already. Let's go for 3 more. Get the tape measure straight. You got it bent. All right. Drop. There's 1.
That was a good one.
Did that hit your shoe?
No, sir.
All right. Let it hit the floor.
And for 5.
Tape measure down.
For 6.
All right.
Alright, let's
Go
make
through
sure
the functions.
all this works. So flood, beam, both, and then off, red, SOS.
And then go to one of them and pick the brightness.
This is going up on brightness. We flash this when it's matched. We're going down.
And then do one more, like do the spot, just to check.
Maybe that's wrong.
Yeah, and then just to make sure it works on all the or in different functions. All right, so Nextorch E STAR 1300 drop test. We did it 6 times. We got 3 on camera, 3 we thought we did, but 6 times and it was fine. So we're liking it so far. And maybe I'll try to find a clip without too many kids or something that you can see with him using it on the camp out that we went on. But all in all, we'll keep testing it. We'll give you another long-term review. This is after about 60 days of using it. The batteries are still fine. Matter of fact, when you cut it off, it'll go back to the 4 bars and it'll drop down to the 3. But just with us using it the last 60 days pretty heavily, it works.
Definitely.
Even dropping it, like this rotating bezel, I thought might be a problem. Nothing. I mean, it held up.
I do like how if you just want to go to red, it just goes just to red. You just want to
That's true. We have an Energizer light where to get to red, you cycle through is like white, flood, whatever, then red. And this one, you can go just straight to red from off.
Or straight to bright.
Or straight to the white light, and So I will say, I mean, it's got some good features. My real only hang up with it is I have had headlamps that I put in my backpack that don't have the lockout feature and all the stuff jumbled around them. I carry a backpack to work every day. It has cut it on. Luckily, I had it on low, so it didn't. I mean, this gets fairly bright. It's 1300 lumens, and it will get hot. I have worried about like melting or catching my bag on fire at work. That'd be a fun one to explain. I have had other headlamps, like I said, where I go in the bag and it's cut on, like it's on when I get in the bag. So that's where I've switched to where I like a lockout feature on a headlamp if you can get that.
Like how your OLED flashlights
Yeah, my OLED flashlights lock out. I love that feature. Also, sometimes I'll unscrew the caps on other flashlights if they don't have it, so the battery's not connected, but I can just tighten it real quick and it'll work. But yeah, other than that, I think it's a decent light. I mean, I recommend it. Like I said, I'm gonna continue to let him use this one. I may even give my 9-year-old daughter the purple one to use. She is absolutely rough on everything.
Yes,
she tears everything up. And if it can last through him and her both, so we'll give you a long-term review on this down the road and go from there. But yeah, Nextorch E STAR 1300, check it out.